My father abused me when he was under the influence of alcoholism. And my mom tried to get closer to him and he tried twisting her arm. He twisted our arms, he choked us, did a bunch of not nice things, basically. I always defend myself, and the way I did it this time was a little different. I grabbed a knife this time, and I threatened him, and I said I would kill him if he kept touching me and my sisters the way he did. I'm scared on what he can do to my sister, my mom, me. I just don't want to be in that situation and just end up in the hospital one day. I think this started ever since I was a kid. I just never realized it. But when you start getting older, you notice the stuff, you notice the bruising, you notice the marks.
Ava's story led us to learn more about abuse. We came to the conclusion that abuse can happen anywhere.
He drank. He tried to get rid of him.
Sorry. You don't have to if you don't feel comfortable.
Trying to get rid of his aggression, and he did it through alcohol. His alcohol turned into a bigger problem. You know, he started drinking more, and he started taking it out on us. It can affect you long term, and it can make you function certain ways, and it can make you not trust people. It can give you certain issues in life. But to affect you, is it going to affect you getting a job? Absolutely not, unless you let it.
He, would tell me stories on how bad they beat him, how bad my grandfather beat him, how bad my grandmother hit him. But it's not like he hates them for it either. Obviously, that's his parents, so he's going to be like, it's in the past, it's fine. Look at how I am now.
There are many long-term effects of traumatic stress stemming from child abuse.
They may learn not to develop healthy relationships, not to learn healthy and appropriate attachments.
You could see what the brain of a traumatized or neglected child versus a typically developing child looks like. Some of the key structures of the brain actually have a different size.
Many studies have shown that children who are abused or neglected are at higher risk for heart, lung, and liver diseases, obesity, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, anxiety, smoking, alcoholism, and drug abuse.
So there are many studies that show that adults who have experienced abuse themselves as children are more likely to abuse their own children.
Do you think that a parent hitting their kids is abuse or discipline?
Discipline.
Obviously, if they deserve to be hit, I would hit them.
And I'm going to slap him so he knows I slap him. I'm not going to tap him.
Okay, so as a parent, do you think that parents hitting their children is an effective form of discipline?
It is not. It is not, because it just helps them learn how to use aggression to solve their problems.
The main thing I really want is to get a job, save some money, and leave. I don't want to live like this. I don't want to live in fear where one day I come home and my mom's neck is broken. It's Quack Quack. Quack Quack. Yep, she's my niece.
How often do you take care of her?
Every day, actually. I was pregnant once. I got rid of it because I was too young. I didn't want to be one of those pregnant moms being a teenager, so I got rid of mine. And Jenny was just a year older than me, and she had hers. That's why I act like a mother to her, because sometimes I wish I didn't do what I did. I always worry about her, no matter where I am, because I don't know if one day he might actually raise his hands on her. But even if it's like accidental or anything, it doesn't matter, he still did it. And I'd be scared for her. I'm worried about it because if ACS gets involved, I know most likely they say they will keep it confidential. They would keep it secret and try and help me, but I don't. If it gets to the point where cops need to be involved, my parents will be taken away.
ACS there are people who come into families and destroy families. Bottom line,
We try to identify what are the behaviors that need to change, and we try to link families to services that will directly address those issues and support them. We always try to use removal as a last resort, so hopefully we can come up with a plan that doesn't involve a child being removed.
I think I'm safer now if I just leave the house and not think about it anymore, not worry about it. I think I'll be fine, even though she might be in danger too.
The staff at EVC are mandated reporters, so the organization contacted ACS in order to ensure Maya's safety.
As a crew, we shared our own experiences growing up with child abuse and decided to talk to our parents about their experiences too.
The time that I spent with my dad as a child, he never laid his hands on me. He yelled at me and stuff like that. But now, like, he still doesn't hit me. He doesn't yell at me at all. If I'm gonna have a kid and if I'm gonna raise him, I'm definitely gonna raise him exactly like how my dad raised me.
I love him. I respect that he is my father, but I do not recognize him as a father.
If your father ever hurts you and because he's on some type of medication or drug or alcohol, it doesn't mean that he doesn't really care about you. It means that his mind's altered. Through really shitty times in life, my dad was there for me. That's like crazy. I can even talk about this. Never talked to anyone like that. All right. So next question.
So you've never sought professional help?
Sought professional help? No. God, no. I didn't think I need it.
It really depends on whether or not the child receives treatment.
If they get the right interventions, there is evidence to show that their functioning can improve and their brains can also adapt to a new experience and can improve as well.
I've gone through my own type of situations. Like, I was hit as a child, but for me, it was like a lesson learned. Like, it makes me know, like, I wouldn't want to be at a spot, like a place where I have to beat the hell out of my kid just because it's, for me, like, it shows me the things not to do.
I think they did abuse me, but they didn't realize because they were uneducated. And they didn't know that they abused. Mentally, I'm talking about. So I don't blame them. I still love them. That's all.
My hope for this documentary is to reach more people like me and to help them way more than what I'm just doing, like telling people my story, and hopefully getting more people to just say, stop and realize what the steps you can take to get out of it, what you can do to help yourself.